That can come from various reasons. Really, three main ones, or perhaps four. One of them is a lack of intestinal flora. The lack of intestinal flora causes fatigue. It causes many more things, but fatigue is one of them. The second one is liver problems, because any liver disease has fatigue as symptom. The third one is exhausted adrenal glands, which might lead to liver problems. I mean, and the lack of intestinal flora often comes from the use of antibiotics, of course, but what I've seen is that the lack of intestinal flora comes mainly because of chronic appendicitis. And if you go to a doctor, they will not recognize the appendicitis because there's no increased number of leukocytes in the blood. But the leukocyte is a reaction of the body. But if it has turned chronic, the body doesn't react anymore, so the doctors don't see it. And about 70% of all people, we believe, are walking around with a chronically infected appendix. Sometimes it has gone that chronic that's necroticizing. And then we have a fourth reason, and that is electron spin inversion. It means that in the body we have electrons, and they also turn around their own axis. And if you have electron spin inversion, they turn the other way around. And the electron spin inversion is always caused by an external magnetic field. For example, and then this spin inversion phenomena is for 100% the cause behind all leukemia. The magnetic fields in the houses are very strong. It can also be if you live or near high voltage tension wires. But if the field is strong enough, it depends on your own energy. If you're getting tired and you then go to a big shopping mall, for example, where the magnetic fields are incredibly strong, it can cause that, but it also can be caused by beds or water beds. That is terrible anyway, because they have a huge heating system underneath the bed, and that causes a huge magnetic field. And it can also be causing by the Earth, the Earth magnetic field that suddenly becomes strange or stronger than normally is. And all these factors, they can cause this spin inversion. And one of the symptoms, if you have spin inversion, so if you go to bed and have a good night's sleep, and you still wake up tired, then it's very likely that you have a spin inversion. And that's also something we can correct within 2 minutes. Sometimes you can remove the spin inversion, but then after that you have to first establish that the space where people live in is not the cause, because then it will cause it again. Of course, but you have to get the spin inversion away, and then you have to improve all the liver functions. But depending on how long person has had leukemia, but definitely not because this is the cause. You can't solve leukemia. I mean, even if people suddenly heal from leukemia, normally because their spin inversion is gone. But hospitals, they are terrible for magnetic fields. And you have the disease what in Europe we call ME, myalgic encephalomyelitis, that is always caused by the adrenal glands or by spin inversion, one of the two, because they exhaust the adrenal glands as well. But if you have a disease like fibromyalgia, it's always caused by liver gallbladder. So the ME is far easier to solve. I've been studying ME since 1985, because I was the only one who continuously had very good and very quick results with ME. With ME, yeah, a liver normally takes a little bit longer, because the liver is very good in suppressing. And when the liver doesn't suppress anymore, then you have years of accumulating problems in the liver. And with ME, normally it can be done within a couple of treatments, yeah.